like scratching on the floor. Victoria, you're opening the door.
Yes.
I relay that information, and I'm like, "What? Scratching? Is there scratching happening?"
As Victoria opens the door, you see inside the stateroom, there's kind of fabric strewn about. You see that there are these small star puppets that are carrying bolts of fabric to be sewn. You see another couple, one is like pushing on the pedal on the ground, and the other one is feeding the fabric through a sewing machine. The fabric looks to be similar to the colors and outfit in that diagram. But the star puppets haven't noticed you yet.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know if we can do this now or if I have to wait for that. I'm gonna do a strike a pose.
Absolutely, you can.
Okay. Let's see. I did not think about the tags before saying that out loud. Let's do analyze battlefield with my wearable Queerz. Let's do effective teamwork training from the superhero task force. I'll use one more from my queer historian signature. Let the spirit guide my moves.
Nice. Go ahead and roll 2d6.
All right. That's 4 and 1, 5, 8.
Right, that is a mixed success. So they are going to become aware of you, but you're going to be able to do whatever you wanted to do.
Okay. I think I'm going to go for like a very quick out of where everything is and where we are in relation to it. Everything goes like CSI. Let me what else do I want to yeah, I want to basically be able to like wordlessly communicate with Victoria, like I go this way, you go that way.
I'm sorry, cut off for me for the last bit of it.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm kind of like trying. I'm trying to analyze and try to see where everything is in relation to us, and kind of like wordlessly. I know I get caught eventually, but I do try to very quietly communicate with Victoria about like, do you want it that way, that way, or do you want to stay together?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We'll go.
We do the hand signals like.
Yeah.
I'll go away. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys are able to get in position before the little star puppets notice you. What is there anything you would like to do, Victoria?
I just imagine like the star puppets just going.
Yeah, they just kind of turn as like there's just like these mumbles of like noticing, and then just like these little like high pitched grr. It's like as they just like start to zero in on that there are people here.
I guess, I mean, Victoria's pretty reckless. I think like after they like communicate this, she's just going to rush in and sort of start fighting these puppets.
All right. That sounds like a sleigh to me. So what tags would you like to use?
Summon swashbuckling arsenal. Fight tyranny, and I still care, since this is Jody's room.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll 2d6.
Oh, good thing I used all of those. I rolled a 5. So that's an 8.
Nice. With an 8 mixed success, you are able to, I guess, describe to me how you incapacitate some of these puppets.
So she runs into the room, and as she does, she summons her, I assume, sort of a cutlass or something very pirate-like, and then starts, very swashbuckling way fighting with them. Sword very being flourished around very theatrically, and will. I'm sure she also, kicks and punches and stuff, but she's very much cutlass first. Gotta look cool and be a pirate.
Heck yeah, you are able to kind of use the door frame to swing into the room with your cutlass in hand. You see that all of these star puppets are strings, these rainbow empathy strings that have been corrupted into these ignorance powers. You're able to use your summoned cutlass to kind of swash out and just slice the puppet strings. That source that was like animating these creatures. As they begin to start to swarm Sochi, you're able to bust in, slash, and then all of these stars making these high pitched like little not shrieks, but more of like angered that you would interrupt their hard work and costume making. They just start to like as and then as they get slashed. Sochi, as you kind of stand there and you use like your tactics, you're able to kind of position yourself in a way using your rainbow empathy tactics to make it so if they are going to try and get to you, they have to almost go through an obstacle course. And that gives ample time for Victoria to be able to cut off their connection to the rainbow empathy. As you slice and dice over the intercom speaker, you hear a voice, and everyone hears this no matter where they're at. Hello, everyone. Showtime is about to begin. Come to the theater. Special performance with Aurora Borealis. You will not want to miss this. Ta-ta. What does everyone want to do?
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Jade's running to the auditorium. Like, I think he's accidentally left Spark behind, just like phone out, texting. Did you hear that, or am I sleep deprived?
This is maybe a question I should have asked earlier, but do we recognize that voice? Do we know whose voice that is?
Victoria, you know that voice. Jody often in her different personas, she would have different characters show up in the different videos that she would do. Like if she was describing something, she would have characters come in and just give their take on things.
Oh, she's a
the
TikTok
sounds,
comedian.
yeah. She basically is you know that persona voice. You'd know it anywhere.
So, is there any more little minion guys running around here?
At the moment, any stragglers are honestly just trying to run away. at this point.
Okay.
But the main ones that would be a problem have been taken care of. So you guys
Alright.
are free to do whatever you would like.
Yeah. I grab Victoria and we start booking it.
Would you all
Uh,
like to transform yet?
I would. I think Jade, like, as like puts the phone away, is running, transforming.
All right. Jade, describe to me your transformation.
I think Jade's irises like become charged with electricity as he's running. Like somehow magical lightning strikes him, turns green, and as a bolt of lightning, he's transformed into this sort of like cropped, like zip up, like top with movable cargo pants and a belt. His fingerless gloves, his forecast knuckles are actually like not boxing gloves, but like kind of like MMA gloves with like metal plates so they can conduct electricity. And his hair is just free and wild, and he is running faster.
How does Sochi transform?
So as she kind of runs out with Victoria, she very quickly, the blazer that she has on, kind of comes off, and in the same motion, kind of gets tied around her waist. But you're fine able to see her T-shirt. It's this graphic of Frida Kahlo. But instead of short sleeves, it turns into these billowing Mexican embroidered, like almost like wings almost. They're just they're very very colorful. And the only other thing that changes is her glasses. They suddenly start glowing gold, and then will go to like a prismatic. Will change into like silver, then a red, blue, green. Like it'll like kind of slowly change like LED lights. And she's just running. She got her backpack again, and she's like putting it over one shoulder now, and she's running.
Spark transform.
So, Mark, I think it looks like she's kind of running down the corridor. I think this is ridiculous in my head as I think it, but I love it so much. She starts to run down the hallway, but she starts to like float a couple of inches above the ground and is just still running, but it's now faster and like propelled by something other than kinetic energy.
It's very Wonder Woman 1984.
It is. And I think in terms of her outfit, there's nothing really that changes except the fact that she starts to like gently glow. And it like spreads from roughly where her heart is and kind of spreads until she is just, I think, probably in fluorescent light, faintly glowing. But once we get to the theater, it'll probably be more obvious.
And Victoria, how transform?
So Victoria, like, as she's running,
You're muted. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, as she's running, she sort of like she takes off the hat and spins it, and it becomes more. I'm trying to think of a right word. More loud, right? Like it becomes a brighter color and a little bit bigger, and you sort of get this almost like she's like surfing on waves motion happening as she runs for a moment, and everything becomes more accentuated as a pirate, right? The jacket is a little bit more of a jacket you might see on a pirate with like gold filigree and stuff, and her cutlass is on her hip, and there's, you know, she's got cooler boots on, and the whole sort of 9 yards there.
Can I ask what everyone's color is? because Jade's is green.
Yeah, what are everybody's colors?
I guess I was picturing like underneath the graphic is just a very pale blue.
So technically not part of the rainbow. My instinct was pink, but I think yellow is actually probably like the glow color.
Victoria is definitely red.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
All of you zoom into the theater in your full transformations, and you see, just like how in that diorama, there are some of the different vacation goers have this star like haze over their eyes as they're sitting in place in the theater. You see that Aurora is performing, but in a very puppeteer way, and almost hulking above in this very like enclosing manner is a person dressed in like almost like a magician type costume with marionette strings overhead, larger than life. Now normally in Queerz, we would have it where we would have a full phase that is crime fighting, and we'd have a full phase that is the inner space. What I'm going to do for today is we're going to have half of you guys in your crime fightingness, and half of you guys go into the inner space at the same time. So things are both happening, and that's how we're going to take down a villain for the day. So, who would like to be the more fisticuffs, the physical fighting
Yes,
Jade.
aspect?
I think Jade and Victoria.
Sounds great. And then Sochi and Spark for the
That
inner
way, everyone's paired with
space.
everyone throughout the entirety of the
That's
one shot.
true.
Yeah, perfect. So we're gonna start off with Victoria and Jade. You see this hulking figure overhead that is controlling Aurora, and you see that there are these spindles, almost like this string of ignorance energy controlling Aurora. What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to start by striking a pose to sort of give us an advantage. And she starts this by saying, Jody, you're not going to get away with this. And I would like to use Born to Lead for my role.
Absolutely.
You got this.
That's a 10 total. I rolled a 9.
Woo!
Nice. All right. You can do whatever you want, and you have narrative control over this. So, what are you want?
I'm sorry, I lost you.
No worries. You have full control over how it happens. So, what advantage are you giving people? And I can help with the game logistics terms. And how does it happen? Like, how do you command the space and get Jody's attention?
So when she comes in and she says, "You're not getting away with this," and she gives Caleb, or not Caleb, I'm sorry, what's your character's name again?
Jade.
Jade. Thank you. Jade, sort of a command to flank around so that they're, got an advantage, so they're not just both rushing Jody. And she's just using that sort of like command of the battlefield, the instincts that she has as like this born leader to help people get into position and get ready for what's about to happen. And the whole time as she's doing this too, she's got like she's talking to Jody, like giving this like monologue about like, I wish it didn't come to this. Like I wish you would have talked to me before, but now I can't let you do this.
You have all eyes on you. So what that means for everyone else is hidden in plain sight. You get a +1 to add to whatever your actions are. For basically a positive trait for this scene. But Victoria, Jody has her sights on you, and you watch as she just says, "Look, this is who I am now." And she will reach out a hand, and you see almost like a fluid line of energy jut out of ignorance power trying to strike you. Jade.
Jade goes, "On it, boss," as like he just like runs to the side, charges, like finds like maybe an empty seat that he can like sort of like launch himself off of.
Absolutely.
Sorry about this person that knows Victoria, and like with all of the might of like thunder and lightning, we'll use like thunderclap smash against like the aura around Aurora.
Absolutely.
I'd like to slay.
Yes. Give me those tags, and remember, you get an automatic +1.
Okay, I like thunderclap smash and air splitting strength. Actually, thunderclap smash, forecast knuckles from all lightning bruiser, and tempest of fists bruiser. So it's whatever roll +4. Ooh, baby, that is a 13.
Nice. So you are able to fully control this. You are able to smash through some of the spindles of ignorance. They're controlling Aura completely. So you're able to just strike a couple of those out. Those like the marionette string. And how do you knock Cody off balance?
It's a big old punch. Like it's just a soccer hard, like boom, like and like a thunderclap happens in the arena.
Love it. Yeah, you just smash into her. You see her just like fall off kilter. And that gives enough time for Spark and Ochi to enter the inner space. As she's kind of knocked off guard, she doesn't have her full mental defense up. Guys are able to go to the inner space.
Jade just goes, go, 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 go.
As you guys channel the rainbow empathy, you are able to enter her mind. And now in Queerz, you don't just battle a villain with fisticuffs, you have to go and see why they are where they are. You enter, it looks to be almost like a playground in her head. And she is swinging on a swing. You see that there are shadows in this space of kids playing, but there is almost like a radius of no one around her.
I want to. So my realness book is Sweetheart, and I want to use new friends, find ways to be helpful, and it wouldn't hurt me. To go up and talk to her about her life choices.
You approach as she's like swinging on the swing. And she kind of looks up and just says, You're not usually here. Who
You seem a little lost.
Yeah. A little bit.
My friend and I, we're pretty good at helping people find their way.
Okay. Are you This is a trick?
No,
Okay. And you see that she kind of stands up off of the swing. And Sochi, you see that around her, around this radius, you see like these dark figures kind of begin to loom. What would you
I
like to do?
think. Do I get the sense that I could probably like separate them from her, or would I have to like do something to this small girl to get to the?
You definitely separate the darkness from her. It seems like from your experience in the inner space, whatever this memory is a feeling of alone and feeling of those dark figures watching her, not wanting to be a friend, but more of
Okay.
making fun of sorts. You get that sense from your experience here. The inner space doesn't always tell things literally. But yeah, whatever you would like to do, you could certainly try and get some of these to kind of manipulate the area around to either get that darkness away.
Okay.
For sure.
You tell me which one I can do then. Because what I want to do is to kind of put myself in between them and kind of be like, what's the deal? What do you want? Either be vulnerable or talk it out.
I think a be vulnerable sounds really good. You are basically standing up for this child.
Right. Okay. So then in that case, the tags I want to use are going to be penetrate ignorance from my wearable Queerdar, and then going to use uh, respectable heroes from the superhero task force, and constructive nostalgia from the queer historian summoner. Yeah,
A question
I think
before the
that's
roll is the +1 forward for everyone.
Everybody.
You also
Yep.
get another thing, so it's
Yep,
+4.
you get +4.
okay. Okay, so it's
I
plus
just
4.
imagine
All
so
right.
she's like, "What are you doing? Good job. Leave her alone."
Go to yes, it's over there.
Get out. Get out of here.
All right. I have a 3 and a 2. That's 5 plus 4 is 9.
9.
Love it. You are able to just can I help you to these shadows. And this brilliance of light and this confidence and this feeling of kind of from this energy of loneliness and fear that is like surrounding this child, part ways to help kind of as because emotions have power in this world, they can even affect memories in a way to that the way someone remembers something happened. It might not have been exactly how it happened, but you're able to help them clearly see what is going on. And you're able to part the way enough to show a young boy walking up to the playground, to the swing set, towards the little girl and just, Hi, my name's Andy. I want to be your friend. And you all would know that Andy is Aurora's name when not in drag. As like you feel in the inner space begin to shift outside, Jade, you just done this huge sucker punch through, and now I need Victoria and Jade to roll resist rolls as these like ropes of ignorance are being shot to you guys. And let me know what you get. And what you would, or I guess first, let me know what tags you would like to use to try and evade this attack.
I'd like to use Seafarer Acrobatics. Life is an Adventure. I think those two are good.
I think.
Yep. And you get a +1 from the ongoing, so that's a total +3. What about Jade?
I want to use effective teamwork effective teamwork training, because I think Jay's not worried about himself. Jay's worried about Victoria. Powerful Zeke from Jolly Jock, and ooh, I want to argue a kind smile, because
Absolutely.
it's just like, hey, like, I don't care that you're hurting me. I'm still gonna help you.
Absolutely, yes. Go ahead and roll your 2d6.
Let's go. That is a 9 on the die for 13 again.
Nice.
I also got 9 on a die for 12.
Nice.
Hey,
All
let's
right.
go.
10 plus. That is success. You guys are not going to take any negative tags yet. You're able to evade these ropes of ignorance. They do not latch a hold of you, and that throws off. That is able to throw off Jody. How are you able to evade this and throw off Jody? We're gonna start with Victoria.
So I think for Victoria, it always starts with doing the thing and doing it as cool as possible. So she's going to do some backflips onto tables and be running across stuff and making as much of a show of it, right? She's using her seafarer acrobatics. She's jumping around. She's running across tables and doing whatever she can to get away in a flashy way.
Nice. What about Jade?
I think Jade's just tanking it. I think Jade is just like got arms together in a block. Like, I think there's a slight static electricity charge, just sort of like making a slight barrier as it passes over him. As he raises, like, as he lowers his arm, he just gives that smile and goes, "Hey, you're still loved, you know. Doesn't matter if you try to hurt me."
This throws off Jody of just like this not understanding, this lashing out, and inside as you're able to help Jody remember this memory of that she does have friends. She has people that care about her. The inner space shifts into a room that almost looks like a control panel. And you see that there is like almost a younger Jody that is trying to like click every button that lights up and go as quickly as possible. And you see there's a timer overhead. And both Spark and Sochi, you see that like you know how we're talking the inside out. You watch as like this person is at the controls and you're seeing through Jody's eyes as when she forgets to click a button, you see that something wrong happens in her life. as she like clicks these buttons and she's trying frantically to click everything right, and you see her just getting more and more frustrated in the control panel, this like teenager type vision. What do you guys do?
Hey, how about I take this side, you take the middle, and Sochi, can you take that side?
I love the idea of Spark going, "Hey girl, hey."
Girl, hey.
Hey girl,
That's a-
hey, do you want to
that's a
share the
big
buttons?
Yeah, we'll share the buttons. We'll go
That's
out
like that's like a
afterwards.
super big keyboard.
Absolutely. Can
I
I
mean,
get
it reduces the workload by 2/3,
yeah,
right?
and it shows that she can share that even if she's not in control of everything, things can work out. Can you make me a be vulnerable roll?
Okay. Things that I can add to this are certainly helpful, right? What is just trying to be helpful, I think is the actual name of the thing. I keep closing the thing that has my list in it, and that's a mistake. Can I use make new friends again? Find ways to be helpful. Joy, I feel like I could probably
Yes.
use.
Yep, and you get the +1, so that is a +4.
Okay, that's 7 plus 4, which is 11.
Nice. You see she's just like frazzled. This teen looks like she just hasn't had sleep and is exhausted. And she's just, I guess, yeah, sure. Just don't mess it up. We have to be on top of things. If we don't, we mess up, and then it has to be under. And she just is rattling out almost like this word vomit of feelings of that if things aren't just so, if things aren't just in place, if things are in complete and utter control, that everything goes wrong.
At some point during it, like Sochi just kind of like puts up her hands like, hey, and I'm going to try to talk it out. Trying to like get her to understand like nobody has this perfect. None of us. We're all just trying our best, but that's why we bring friends along to help press the buttons and then be there when the buttons don't work or you don't get there in time. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to use, where are my dice? I put them down. I'm going to do, oh, where'd it go? Here it is. Constructive nostalgia again. I'm going to use a degree in humanities. And I'm going to use, I feel like penetrate ignorance would work.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to use. I feel like I need to add on a weakness tag though, because it's
If you want to, you can. I wouldn't invoke it
it's
yet, but
okay.
Usually weakness tags are invoked by the MC.
Okay, so I have a books can't teach you that weakness tag. So that's
gotcha. I don't think we'll pull upon that one yet, but I think
okay.
that it will. But go ahead and make that roll for me.
6 and 2 is 8 plus how many tags did I say? 1, 2.
Over 10. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
So
I think you have like 3 tags and we get a +1
plus
forward,
1.
so
Yeah,
you
so
got a
you'd have a
10.
12.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
Yay.
you are
Math.
able to get through to her, and just you also watch as she's watching you, she then turns to the control panel and sees a light that is about to go out before she's able to click it, and you watch as she watches you as you're able to click it just in time. And you
I
can
got
just
it. You're
you
good.
see her just take a breath and relax. And you also see that as you are all like basically playing almost this mini game in the inner space, she'll miss a light every now and again. But you see on the outside, like she almost looks in horror as she misses one. But that expectation, everything goes wrong if I don't click that button. Nothing bad happens. And then you just see as the inner space begins to morph as she misses more buttons, or you help her with buttons, and you see the person at the control panel become more relaxed, more in place, more just free from that burden. Back into the thrills of the fight. You guys have been evading ignorance blow after ignorance blow. It is getting tiring. And you can tell that your allies, Sochi and Spark, are still in the inner space. They're still working it out. But these attacks keep coming, and you basically know that you don't have much time left. So you've got to put everything you've got into these next few attacks.
Victoria, I have an idea. Back my play. As Jade will use manipulate lightning to sort of like push lightning off of the ground to make himself levitate and float for like the first time, because he usually just runs into things. He will levitate up to the like face of the puppet master Jody and go, "We don't have to keep doing this. It's okay to rest. It's okay to let go of the hurt." And I'm going to but I believe it's talk it out.
Yeah.
Either talk it out or be vulnerable. I'd like to use manipulate lightning, reach out to the hurt, and respectable heroes.
Absolutely.
Oh, baby, rolling like fire. That is 11 on the die for 15.
All right. Yeah, you are able to use talk it out, and you are able to distract in a way that you see Jody begin as the puppet master begin to hurl a large bolt, but she stops herself in a second. Victoria, what are you doing?
Sort of. So to play off what Jade did, Victoria is going to. What I want to do is do like slay, but she wants to confront her, and I guess when she goes to swing this bolt and she stops, I think Victoria wants to sort of lock swords with her and say, "I never wanted to leave that day. I wish you would have talked to me. Wish you would have let me in, let me help you. You're hurting people now, and I don't want to hurt you."
That
But
sounds
I can't let you do this.
what tags, because I think this will definitely hit hard.
The tags I am looking at are free the repressed, listen to the voiceless, and I still care. Because again, she's trying to get her to talk to her, right? Still, like that is the idea.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead and roll 2d6.
That is a 10.
Nice. Yeah, you are able to land a powerful blow that not only rocks the outer of this outside illusion that you've been fighting with, but inside in the inner space, Sochi and Spark. Sochi, the inner space almost begins to crack of what was happening before, and you now are transported outside of Diamond Corp. You see that you are in a boardroom. Across from you, you see Betty Diamond sitting with a leg crossed, looking at this resume that Jody is given. Sitting across from each other, you see and gain the information of that Diamond Corp is hiring social media people to share rhetorics that they appreciate. And Jody is sitting there, and you hear Betty say, "Well, dear, I think it would be a great idea for you. Look, the content you were uh, doing before was interesting, but it didn't get the views that you wanted. And quite frankly, I think we could very much help you with this." And you see Jody just like kind of in horror looking at how all of her old trademarks are now in the possession of Diamond Corp, and that she's kind of got no choice. You can see her on a precipice in this moment. What do you guys want to do? It's almost like the scene pauses as you guys are interjected into it.
I think Spark is going to step forward and is going to just whisper in Jody's ear, "There are people who can help you with this. You aren't alone."
Roll talk something out.
Make new friends? Question mark. Trying to help, I think, also is probably relevant. Okay. That's a 6 plus 2, so it makes success. 7,
Nice.
8. 8 is math.
You see her kind of like as the scene pauses and you three are unpaused, she just turns to you and says, "I've already done so much. How can I come back from this? This is what I am now." And
People make mistakes. Some people make a lot of mistakes.
but no, I can't. How can I? I've hurt people. I've done all these things.
You know what you can do to stop hurting people? Stop hurting people.
You see as she just kind of takes what you're saying, but it almost in a way of like attacking herself as the room starts to like crack around her.
I think Sochi walks up and reminds her that nothing's permanent, even her work. She can always create. She is capable of constantly creating. That's part of who we are as humans. You will always create something new. This is just the first draft. They got your first draft.
Go ahead and roll talk it out.
I'm going to use I'm going to argue this because the power tag is called manuscript conservation, but I'm conserving her creativity, not necessarily the paper that's on the table right now. I'm conserving
The manuscript's
her.
metaphorical.
Yeah. I'm for it. Absolutely.
All right.
You're showing this that the what she believes is like the only way, that there are other things as well.
Right.
There's ways back from this. This is just
Right.
one step. This is one moment.
Yeah.
There's a
think I
really good song
also-
called Rough Draft, which is playing in the background for
Yep,
this.
yep. The
Ah.
music swells at this point in time.
It's like an orchestral rendition of Rough Draft.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't really think of another tag to use besides maybe I'm gonna try to argue another one.
You could use Respectable Heroes.
I'm gonna use Respectable Heroes.
Nice. And you get the automatic +1.
Yeah.
I do get the automatic +1, you're right. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That'll be +3. Oh no, the dice fell off my table. 5 and 2, 7 + 3, 10. Wait, yeah, I said 3, 10. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you are able. She kind of has a moment where you feel like these echoes of thought, almost like these streams of thought, like a cacophony fill the room of the that if I don't control this, then I can't do well enough, and I won't do well if I can't control, and that all of this negative self-talk that is going on in her brain at the moment in time as Jade and Victoria are launching into their final attacks. You are able to break through Spark and Sochi. And you see that the cacophony stops inside this inner space, and she just says, "Okay, I understand."
Being human means starting over and over and over again.
I can't compare. Can't compare anymore. And if I do something, I can always come back. Okay. And she just will go to take your hands. On the outside, as you guys are launching into your final attacks of this vulnerability, this trying to understand that no matter how much, that you will not give up on her. And you see that this illusion of the puppet master breaks, like almost shatters into pieces. You see that all of the star haze has gone from the people in the audience, and in the center of the stage, you see Jody kind of like in almost like a ball, like her knees up to her chest. And you see Aurora holding on to her from one side, Spark behind, just kind of like giving a thoughtful presence, like a hand on the shoulder, and Sochi next to her, kind of holding her hand on the stage.
I think Jade finally lands and goes, "Holy crap, Victoria, I flew."
Yes, you did. Good job. And then Victoria will quickly walk over to Jody and are you okay? Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to break it off. It was in the contract. And she just starts crying.
It's okay.
Spark squeezes her shoulder.
It's okay. We can.
I shouldn't have signed on with the diamonds. I shouldn't have done it. so sorry, Aurora. And she just is falling apart uh on the stage. You see the people kind of like noticing what's going on of like the I'm not getting into this. They're leaving the theater of like, I don't know how I got here. I'm not gonna ask any questions. This isn't this doesn't have to do with me. So they are filtering out as this is happening.
Are you alright, Aurora?
It's nothing. Come on. Like there's other times. What kidnapping? Come on. Although the illusion was impressive. Um no, I'm fine. I'm just partially relieved that I can just say no to the one deal I was going to do. Because anybody that tries to affect a friend like this, I don't want to work with.
Also, there was like a contract discrepancy that I gave Emil like the name of a very prestigious lawyer. Just tell him Jade sent you.
That's why they were so crabby.
Yep. They fully
Gotcha.
changed the contract on you.
Okay, fantastic. Well, and she will help pick up Jody, and Jody will definitely give Victoria a big hug. But Aurora kind of like dusts herself off. Uh, she's got on at the moment a long, dark purple robe that has almost like those like the 1940s like day robes. She's got a wig cap
Yes.
on and was like probably
Yes.
doing her skincare routine at the time that she was taken. Uh, but she just says, "Well, we have a cruise to enjoy."
All of us. Like, and Jade looks at Jody, looks at Aurora, looks at the team. Like, I will make sure you enjoy it.
Aggressive support. Uh,
If we're calling things to a close, could Jade have a scene with Jody? Actually, maybe
yeah,
the next day.
yeah, absolutely. Um, the
I
next
think
day,
I think Jade asked Jody to like a lunch. And Jade sort of like got their dreads kind of tied back, like a shirt that says actually love, freedom, and equality, the one that I'm wearing right now. Um, hey, I just wanted to check in on you, see how you were doing.
oh, hi.
I'm Jade, by the way. I don't think we've properly met.
Oh, no, I know of you guys from Victoria. But no, it's nice to meet you, not, you know, controlled. Um,
And you take off the prop. I'm not using the.
but they just say, "Look, I'm sorry. I lost myself back there." And
We all
well,
tend to, I think, at times.
I don't want that to happen again, and I'm gonna do what I can to try and make everything right. And I hate what I was doing on it wasn't even my idea. Half of this wasn't even my idea.
You know, I don't know I don't know if my friends know this because I think we all joined after this, but before I did this, I was kind of like you. I was hurting people. I was hurt myself. I did a lot of bad things. But the thing about humanity and empathy is that there's always a chance to change. Your story isn't written by those around you, it's written by yourself. So I guess you just got to get your favorite colored pen and start writing.
Yeah, I've got some ideas and I love traveling. I always have. I guess this cruise is the jump start I needed.
Yeah. I mean, you could also go to like places like Greece. Greece is pretty calm
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah.
And if you ever need any one of us, we're well, I'm a lightning bolt away.
She gives a warm smile and just says, look, you didn't get this from me, but, and she'll reach into, like, she has, like, almost like she gets her laptop out and sends you guys a bunch of these files on Diamond Core, giving info on their inner workings and basically how she was hired on and what they had asked, even down to, um, this almost like a bracelet that they gave her the day that she signed on with them. She hands it to you, and you immediately get this sense, this almost compact ignorance energy coming off of it. Like they've distilled it into an object.
Well, I guess they've upgraded their tech since the last time we tussled with them.
I don't know if this helps or not, but
You're helping more than you know. Also, just between you and I, you know any like single guys out there?
oh, yeah, absolutely. And I feel like this is the time where we kind of like do this like smash cut of the cruise of Jade meeting getting in contact with one of Jody's old friends that is on the cruise. She gets you both into contact, and uh you also see like the giant performance that Aurora had set up at the end of the cruise, all of the travels of getting to see different parts of the Caribbean, into this nice breakaway from all of the stresses of your life as fighting ignorance and justice nights, and just getting to have time with each other. There are like almost like the different, oh gosh, my brain isn't working, but you just see like almost like a collage of pictures from the cruise as like the camera kind of settles on it, of like the pictures of the escape room, and then there's images of the diner and all of the different adventures you all went on during that cruise. And I think that as the camera credits roll, there's almost like this end of credit scene that shows as you guys were all talking at the stage, a woman, blonde hair in a fur coat that you would have known as Betty Diamond, on the phone with someone watching you all saying, well, at least that now we know how they fight. And then the credits end. And that is where we leave off on our Queers episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to my players for being absolutely amazing. We are raising money for the Transgender Law Center to be able to fight for our rights and everything. And let's go around and do, I guess, outros. I'll start, I guess. I am Mary. You can find me online at Nerd on Wheels 15 on the Health site, or everywhere else at the Nerd on Wheels. Coming up for me every other Monday, you can catch me on Lost Caravan RPG, where we are playing Lancer Hell's Gate, a sci-fi mech fighting adventure. We had a huge emotional episode. It was all RP last time, and
Ooh.
we are into the next tier of difficulty now that we've leveled up. So go ahead and check that out. You can also find me every other Wednesday on Enchanting Sorcery Productions for Van Delver and Below, Halia's Harriers. Uh, it is a fun twist on D&D. We've kind of slashed at the D&D lore and made it our own. So go ahead and check that. And then on July 18th, you can catch me in Lost Caravan, where I am running a one-shot of Don't Rest Your Head, a TTRPG where insomnia gives you superpowers, and there's lots of scary things that hide in the shadows. That's what I've got. Uh, we go around. I'm just going to go in the order that I can see on screen, and we'll probably end with Sophia, probably given our updates at the end, but let's go ahead and go with Caleb.
Hello there. My name is Caleb Wade. You can find me most places except Twitter or X at Caleb is Balak. That is KALEBISBELAK. It's a play on the fact that I can speak backwards. I have a tabletop RPG podcast called Crown Demented Actual Plays. We are currently getting season 3 out, which is a mostly BIPOC podcast where we promote BIPOC voices by playing almost every game under the sun, except D&D. We've used City of Mist, Glitter Hearts, Monster Hearts, Kids on Broom, and Henshin a Sentai RPG to tell stories in the fictionalized United States. And we're thinking of maybe Void Heart Symphony for season 4. So yeah, you can find that a podcast wherever you find podcasts, including YouTube. Just look up Creme Demented Presents. It is CREMEDEMENTED. It's play on Creme Dement. So yeah, and also thank you for having me. This was very fun.
Jilly.
Hi, I'm Jilly. You can find me most places on the internet at Oh Look It's Jilly. I am an editor and editor of words, I should clarify, not of videos. That is beyond me. And an actor and a TTRPG GM and performer. I will be back here tomorrow for Animon Story, which will be run by Sophia. I'm really excited for it. It's going to be real cute. And at 2 o'clock in the morning tomorrow for me, Pacific time, I will be playing on Pantsless Tales, which we are going to be, I think, rating very shortly. I will be playing Roll for Shoes, which is a game that I know nothing about, so I'm super excited. It's going to be real fun. We are raising money for Transgender Lifeline with they're doing a really awesome marathon, much like Nerds with Dice. Beyond that, if you're in the Pacific Northwest, I will be in a production of Much About Nothing that is going to be in parks all over this summer. I'm going to be playing Don John. It's my third time doing the show. The first time I was Ursula, the second time I was Benedict, and the third time I'm in the villain. So that's going to be a really good time. And I am also copy editing for a super cool book that is kickstarting right now. I think we're at like $55,000 or something like that was the last milestone we hit, but it's called Songs of the Spellbound Sea, and it's nautical adventures for 5.8, and it's going to be super cool and interesting. I've started working on it already and got some really interesting stuff. So I encourage you to check that out on Kickstarter, and you can find all of this on my social media. Beyond that, and what even is July, frankly. So that's as far as my brain can go right now, but I'm sure there will be more coming up. So check out me talking about those things, plus learning ASL, which is a thing I am doing right now as well on social medias.
Next up, Seaflow.
I am Seaflow. I also go by Chloe. You can find me everywhere at Seaflowtography, except for Instagram. It's Seaflow.photography because somebody else has that name. I don't know why. I am currently in the middle of finishing up some publishing. We just released the beta version of our game, A Divine Calling. You can find that link for any playtesters that want to join us. You can fill out the form and let us know what you guys think. You can find it at A Divine Calling on Itch.io. And I will be also joining Queer XP for their October lineup. I'm going to be playing Sleepaway with some folks, and hope that sounds really fun. I had it before, so I'm very excited about learning another game. That's me. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I am Sophia, also known as Nerdy Teddy. You can follow me on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy and some other places on the internet like Blue Sky and stuff. Mostly I'm here with Nerds with Dice, working in the background, producing and stuff. Occasionally I'm over on the Bardic Inspiration Network playing Power Rangers, but I've been out for a little while, but hopefully we'll be getting back to that soon. As for what's going on here, everyone, we are raising money for the Transgender Law Center. Our goal is currently set at $200. Today we've raised $125. We have 3 games tomorrow, and well,
Get into the void. Oh, Sophie's back. Maybe.
okay.
There we go.
So, that's just my internet currently. Well, actually, probably my Wi-Fi connection, not the internet. But yeah, we are raising money for the Transgender Law Center, hoping, to hit that, at least that 200 goal mark. So tomorrow we have at I'm really hoping this is coming through on the stream on my end, because I know my players from me are glitching.
Yes,
in and
we
out
can hear
and
you
stuff.
now.
I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm just hoping it comes through on the stream at least, But yes, we got all of these things happening. So 4 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be running Animon's story. It's going to be cute. We're going to be doing sort of a kid's imagination thing as they run around their neighborhood and maybe get into places that they're not supposed to, like the golf course and stuff with their little monster friends. And then one of our other Chancellor's station is going to be finishing off the night running Vecna, Nest of the Eldritch Eye.